guys, so I wanted to make a video showing you my top 10 most loved, most used, highly recommend favorite brushes of all time. This was really easy for me to just pick out 10, surprisingly enough, because I have loads of brushes, which you guys have seen. But the cool thing is these range from low end to high end and everything in between, and they're pretty much all from different brands. So I'm really excited to show you this video. These are my 10 brushes that if all of my other brushes in my entire collection disappeared, these would be the ones that I would want to keep or repurchase, always have on hand, tried and true, just the brushes that I use on a daily basis, that I find different uses for, that can work interchangeably. You get the point. I'm going to start with eye brushes because I don't have that many, for the simple fact that the ones that I'm going to show you pretty much do everything I need for eye makeup on a daily basis. So the first one is probably one of the very first brushes I ever discovered thanks to YouTube, and one that still remains one of my very favorites to this day. It's by Essence of Beauty, and it's found, I think CVS and Rite Aid, and maybe even Ulta. But it is the Smoky Wide brush. And like I said, it's found at the drugstore. You can usually use coupons. It's usually on sale sometimes. But this is obviously the wide side, and then we have the smoky side, which is like a thicker version of a pencil brush. I particularly love this for doing outer V crease work, or even smudging or smoking under eye color. And then the wide side, I usually typically just use it for all over lid color, if I just want a quick swipe of color across the lid if I'm really pressed for time, or if I tend to use Brulee a lot just to kind of start like as a base, and I'll just put Brulee all the way from my eyelid all the way up to my brow bone. And this brush is amazing, and I think it's like, it's way under $10. When I bought it, I've had this brush for probably, since I started YouTube, probably going on more than 3 years. This is the same exact brush I've had. It's still held up. The ferrules are still on there really tight. I've washed this umpteen times, and it's an amazing quality brush for a drugstore version. I do have some other brushes from this line, but by far this is a standout that is even really great to travel with because it's dual-ended. So love this brush. Next I'm going to go over my favorite eyeliner brush, which will come as no surprise. This is by Sigma, and it's the E05. This is the one from the Mrs. Bunny collection. It's the one with synthetic hairs, but this brush is available in their normal collections. You can buy it individually. I think it's like $9. And I promise you, if you are a fan of using gel liner, this will be the best $9 you've ever spent. A lot of people have, based on my recommendation, went out and bought this and have come back and said that they too, you know, can't believe they haven't been using this for longer, what a difference it's made, how much quicker they get their eyeliner, how much more perfect. I just love this brush. I believe the dupe in MAC is the 209. I don't have it, so I can't tell you. I think I actually even sold mine in a blog sale because I just didn't need it. I didn't need 2 of these. I literally have like 7 of these from Sigma. But I do my gel liner flawlessly and quickly with this brush, and I absolutely love it. It retains its shape so well. I usually tend to just wipe it off on a paper towel as soon as I'm done using it. Spot clean it once in a while, but it's super easy to clean, and it comes off. Even the synthetic brush comes off even easier. But I love the E05 and highly recommend to anybody that's just starting out with gel liner or just can't get like the perfect winged or straight line. I promise you this brush will make all the difference in the world of applying gel eyeliner. Next is a brush from Walmart. And I don't think there's like a name for these brushes. It was in their, it was in a 3-pack. And I think that it was just called like their high definition brushes. I'll show you the other brushes it comes with just in case you're looking for it. This is one side and this is the other. And they don't even have anything on there, but I particularly am showing you this brush, which is again a dual-ended. It has the angled brush on one side and the comb, or what do you guys, spoolie, I think is what it's called, on the other side. This is my go-to most favorite eyebrow brush. I use my MAC Charcoal Brown with the angled side, you know, just to kind of fill in my eyebrows, and then I take the other end and I comb them up, comb them in place. You can even use this, I sometimes use it to kind of separate eyelashes if they get clumpy, but this this side, the angle side, is very soft, and see how well my camera will zoom in here. You can see it's not incredibly wide, but it's wide enough that it's going to put down the perfect amount of color for you. And I don't know that you can buy this brush separately, but the brushes that it comes with are both like fluffy brushes with a pencil brush on one end and like a flat shader brush on the other. I think this whole kit was like $9, and you technically get 6 brushes, so I would even just buy the kit just for this brush, but you definitely will find use with the other ones. I just love this brush. I use this every single day in my routine. And then the last brush I'm going to show you for as far as eye brushes go is the Sigma E25, and this is another brush that I probably have about 10 of. If you want to pay more, you can get the same exact brush from MAC. It's a 217. The MAC 217 was probably one of the first brushes I ever bought to start my collection, and since Sigma came out with this dupe version of it, I haven't gone back. Because they're, again, it's a $9 brush compared to MAC's something in the 20s. But this is my once and done do-it-all brush. I love this brush so much. It's great for pigments, for pressed shadows, for crease work, for blending. You could use it for concealer under your eyes. It just does it all. Like, I used to think the MAC 239 was amazing. I can't even tell you the last time I picked up that brush to put on color. I love the shape of this brush. It's got like a belly, and then it's like a little fluffy, but it's not a crazy long fluffy brush, so you can pat color on, which is what I tend to do every day. You can blend color out, and then you can even put color, you know, apply color with this brush. This is I use this brush for everything eye makeup. So like I said, I have about 10 of these, so I might use one for my lid color, one for my crease color, one to just blend. This is all I need. If I got rid of all my eye brushes, I would be fine with just this one, and of course my eyeliner brush, but I love this brush so much. And it just is so versatile. And like I said, you could also use it to blend out concealer or even do like a setting powder. It's great for like little creases, crevices around your nose, around your mouth. I just love this brush. The E25, cannot say enough about it. So that's it for eye brushes. I have a ton of eye brushes, a lot of fluffy blending brushes, but like I said, tried and true, these are the only ones I need to accomplish exactly what I want every day with my eye makeup. So on to face brushes. First up is the Sephora Professional Airbrush 55. It looks like this, and it is a synthetic brush. Mine's a little bit dirty. I originally bought this brush for liquid foundation application, which it is amazing for. It's a little bit on the denser side, but still fluffy. So I first started using it for liquid foundation, and then after Sigma released like all their Sigmax line brushes, which I kind of prefer just because it has like that dense shape to really get around your face in the every aspect of your face, I switched, and I now kind of use this as my powder brush, which it works beautifully for. That I almost like it better with my powder foundation. And I've also used this with my Laura Mercier Mineral Foundation. It's just like a once and done do-it-all brush. Being that it is synthetic, it's pretty easy to clean. I use my Dr. Bronner's Magic Soap on all of my synthetic brushes. It just gets them squeaky clean. And thanks to all of your recommendations, because I was having trouble getting this brush squeaky clean, but the Dr. Bronner's does it in a step. I just love this brush. It's great for everything foundation face-wise. I do have only one brush from MAC. And I do still have a few MAC brushes. There's a few of them that I did end up keeping because like I just use that kind of brush and I wanted to have multiple versions of it. Like I kept my MAC 217 and my MAC 239, but a lot of my MAC brushes I actually sold off in blog sales because Sigma came out with exact versions of it, which was a lot cheaper, and I just was getting cluttered with blush brushes. And I know a lot of people can't afford MAC brushes or don't want to pay the prices, so I just figured I'd put it up on a blog sale cheaper and give people the opportunity to buy them. But anyway, the one MAC brush that I will never part with that is my absolute favorite, and the only one really that I find unique to this brand anymore that isn't duped by another company, and it's the one blush brush that I recommend to everyone. I'm not really picky about the blush brushes that I use. I usually just grab for whatever's clean, but if I could only choose one brush to apply my blush, it would be the MAC 129. This brush has been with me for a long, long time, still an amazing shape and quality, and the shape of it is just perfect for blush application. It's just perfect. I just love this brush. Sigma doesn't make a brush close to this one. None of the other brands I've seen or the brushes that I own have a brush shaped like this. This is just my very, very favorite blush brush. Like if I had to pick one, it would be this one. And if I had to recommend one MAC brush for anyone, it would be the MAC 129, just because I feel like it is very unique to MAC's brand. And I haven't seen anything this exact shape from any other brand ever, unless I just, I just haven't seen one. But I love this brush. Like I said, it's perfect for blush application. I do sometimes even use this for setting powder or even bronzer, but I typically really only have this with all my other blush brushes as a blush brush. How many times can I say blush brush? So the MAC 129 I love, and I will always have this in my collection. Next is the Japonesque Kabuki brush, and it comes with this little string, which, thanks to all of you guys, pointed out that it's used to kind of hang upside down after you wash it. I have a video, which I will link in the description box, which basically compares this one to the NARS Yachio brush, which essentially, the conclusion in that video, they essentially are the same exact brush for a quarter of the price. I got mine off All Cosmetics Wholesale. I know it's kind of hard to find now, but I know also, thanks to that video, that there is another brand, and I'm totally drawing a blank on it. I think it's a Japanese brand that makes this exact brush, and I think it's, again, even cheaper than the NARS one. I will find a link to that brush and post it in the description box. Why can't I think of the name of it? I'm not sure, but it's exactly the same. But I actually just started using this. When I first got it, I was only using it to apply really pigmented bright blushes that I wanted a really light, easy application. But I've actually been loving this brush for contouring. This is just the perfect shape, and it's the perfect weight that it just puts down your contour in the most amazing place and looks so good. It looks just so good. This has just replaced all my other contouring brushes. It's just amazing, and I like the handle and how lightweight, and it's extremely durable, which the NARS one is not. But I just love this brush for blush or for bronzer. But like I said, if you can't find this one, I will link to the one that a lot of other people recommended that said it's the same exact brush, so you can find this style brush from somewhere else. Next up is a brush from Bobbi Brown. This is the only brush from Bobbi Brown that I own, and again, one that I would definitely recommend to all of you that wear bronzer. It's just their bronzer brush, very original name. This is what it looks like. It's very lightweight. It has a wooden handle, and I don't even know, is this like plastic ferrule? It's an amazing, perfectly shaped brush. And it's great for all over bronzer. I wouldn't recommend this so much as a contour brush because I don't think it's precise enough for contouring, but if you're just trying to do like an all over bronzy glow, this is perfect for that. I don't have any other brush from any other brand like this. It's incredibly soft. I just love the size of it and the shape of it. Like I said, it just kind of puts that bronzer exactly in the perfect place without you even trying. So I always start back here and go up and then hit my temples. It just gives you that all over glow without making your face look too bronzed or too fake tan looking, and it doesn't look muddy, and it's just perfect. It's a very soft brush, but a little bit more on the dense side. It's like a dense but fluffy brush. I don't know. It's just perfect. Perfect for bronzer, and I absolutely love and recommend this brush. Again, it's a little bit on the pricey side, but I think I picked mine up during the Sephora Friends and Family sale, so keep that in mind. You can find Bobbi Brown products in, I think, only the New York Sephora stores, but all of Bobbi Brown's products are on Sephora's website. So pick this up next time you want to treat yourself to a really nice quality brush. The ninth brush is the Studio Gear number 11. I got this brush at Ulta about a year or two ago. And again, this is one of those angled brushes. Very different angle shape than the Sigma F40 though. It's a little bit wider and much fluffier, not as dense at all. I've been using this one for blush, and it just puts the blush down in the most perfect place, but you can also this can also double to use as a bronzer brush as well. But I just feel like it applies your blush really nicely in a nice area, and it just really sculpts your face, and it's super, super soft and fluffy. And again, this brush is one that I have washed numerous times and it still retains its shape, unlike the F40 from Sigma and the MAC 168 brush, the angle brush. This has never flared out on me or gotten icky from after drying. It's always retained its shape. It's a little bit on the narrow side, but I kind of like that. I don't like when they're like the MAC 168. I thought was like really short and chubby. I didn't like it. This was like nice, narrow, almost a little bit longer and much fluffier. So I just really love this for blush application. All right. And finally is the Sigma, it's now the F80. This is the SS197, and this is my go-to liquid foundation brush. And this was really hard for me to pick as my 10th because I go back and forth between, this is totally cheating, but I go back and forth between the F84 and the F80, both of which I've used for foundation. It kind of just depends on what my mood is, if I want like an angle brush or a flat top kabuki brush. But if I'm just applying foundation all over my face, then I tend to go for the F84 because it's angled so it gets right under your eyes and around your nose and like the corners of your face. But if it's more of like a blending out foundation, or sometimes if I just use concealer like over my redness, I'll apply my concealer with my fingers, and then to blend, I pick up the F80 and I kind of just blend everything. But I kind of have to pick this one as my 10th brush just because this has been like my... This is the one that started it all. This is the one that I originally started using foundation with, and it's just like, I don't know, it just kind of holds like a nice little place in my heart. Because I just, like I said, I feel like this is the brush that started the trend and that just started the whole amazing Sigmax line. And it's just so soft. And again, these brushes, I have washed them so many times. I deep clean my brushes about once a month with baby shampoo, and again, it just retains its shape, it retains its softness. These don't bleed, they don't shed. It's just so soft, and I love how it almost feels like you're giving yourself a facial treatment with this brush. So I will say the F80, but if you can splurge, pick up this one too. I think it's really great. So that's my 10. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing my favorite brushes. Like I said, these are my tried and true. I recommend to everyone. I will put links to all of the brushes below. I'll even try to find one for this one. I'm sure you could get it online at some point by now. I'll try to link, I'll list all the brushes that I talked about, and I will put links to where you can get them all. I am affiliated with Sigma brushes, so if you do not want to contribute to commission for me, by all means, don't click my Sigma link. You can just go on Sigma's website on your own and get them. But I'm not affiliated with any of the other companies that I mentioned. I'm just going to try to make it easier for you in finding these brushes by linking them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!